Not even a 0.1 millimeter of an air range will be accepted. With their perfect precision and powerful choreography, Korean dance crew JustJerk has captivated the world. From competing on America's Got Talent to winning at the Body Rock Dance Competition, JustJerk is carving out a name for itself on the international dance scene.
Let the bass kick. Move it.
On Heart to Heart, we have with us JustJerk's Chris.M.joon, who says he wants to spread Korea's beauty as a dance crew representing Korea. JustJerk is a Korean dance crew that's been receiving a lot of attention, international attention, for their choreography, jaw-dropping choreography and precise synchronization. And joining us today on Heart to Heart is 맹한준을, aka Chris.M.joon, on behalf of the entire crew. Thank you for joining us on the show.
Thank you for inviting me.
Would you like to say hello to our viewers that are watching?
Sure. Hello, my name is Chris.M.joon. I'm a member of JustJerk crew. 안녕하세요. 제 이름은 맹한준이고요. 저는 JustJerk 멤버입니다.
Okay, once again, welcome to Heart to Heart.
Thank you.
Now, you delivered an electrifying performance during the opening ceremony of the 2018 Winter Olympics, Winter Games in Pyeongchang. And of course, some time has passed, but I'm sure it was an amazing experience for the entire crew. So could you tell us about what it was like to support the 2018 Winter Games?
I mean, first of all, it was a great honor for all of us. I mean, it only happens maybe once, twice in your lifetime, and it's just a great honor for all of us. And we were just super excited to show what we prepared, and we were just having fun in the midst of it all.
Yeah, it was just amazing to watch you guys perform.
Thank you so much.
Very amazing. So could you tell us a bit about the performance that you actually gave and, you know, what you had in mind, how you actually planned the dance choreography?
First of all, the director of Pyeongchang Olympics opening ceremony has asked us to prepare a performance with a theme of 도깨비.
도깨비 meaning?
Meaning
like
a traditional
is it?
Korean ghost. Right. 도깨비 is basically a Korean traditional ghost who has this playful vibe.
Right.
A lot of people think 도깨비 is a scary monster, but
not at all, though.
Not at all. It's more of like a playful character, and they wanted us to make a performance surrounding that theme of 도깨비. So we thought, okay, first we need to hear the music first, because music is always first.
Right.
When we hear the music, then we know, how to execute it, how to plan all these different movements and different coordinations. So when we heard the music, we started to brainstorm, what are some of the things that we can incorporate, for example, masks or, different tools, props. We just later we just thought, dance is the best thing that we can do. So we just decided to make everything, make the best out of it with our bodies. So.
Now, I heard there was good news about you recently announcing the opening of a dance academy, your new dance academy in Korea. So first of all, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
The members, Just Crew, you've been making moves together since 2010, I believe.
Right.
And it's been 8 years.
Right.
So you must be extremely excited to finally have your own studio.
Right.
Yeah, how does it feel?
I mean, it's just super exciting for all of us. I think, when we started just with 5 of us, we used to, go from studio to studio, just any space that we can find. I mean, we used to practice in the parking lot. We used to just practice out on the streets. I mean, this is no joke. I mean, we used to practice anywhere we could. And we would carry these small speakers that basically you can't even hear the drums, or you can't even hear what the lyrics are saying. But we used to carry those little speakers around and just practice wherever we could. And sometimes the studio would say, like, sorry, we have class today, or we have some other schedule, the studio's busy.
Right.
And we would just, sit around and be like, where can we go now? So, I mean, to have our own studio, our own space, that we can just go and practice when we want and teach our students is just amazing.
You guys all moved together in, just perfect, precise unison. And people even say that it's as if you have this psychic connection.
Right.
All of you kind of move together. It's like every second, that movement is so precise. So once again, I must say, precise synchronization. So when and then how many hours do you train or practice on average?
On average, so this also has to do with our new dance academy. But before we had our own space, because we couldn't just use other studios' studio time just whenever we wanted. They had their studio time schedule. So in order for us to really practice together, and because when we meet up to practice, we usually practice about 6 to 8 hours.
A day?
Yeah. So in order for us to do that, there were no studios in Korea that could just lend their studio time for like 6 to 8 hours.
Impossible.
So the only time that we could actually meet up together and rehearse was at midnight, because that's when the studio closes. So when the studio when the studio closes, we would go and open up the studio again, turn on all the lights, and from midnight to 6 a.m., we would just practice.
So you would practice all through the night until early in the morning.
Right. In Korea, we have something called the chocha.
Chocha meaning like the first bus
or
first train.
First train or first bus. And that usually comes up in 5:40,
so 5:40
a.m., 5:30 a.m.
5, 6.
So we would practice from 12 midnight to around 6 a.m. And we would just watch the sunrise together and just ride the first train to our home.
Wow, that sounds very romantic. But then again, we're talking about, of course, you
Trust
can
me,
have
it's very far from romantic.
female members in the crew, but okay. So.
And in terms of precision and practice, I mean, if a dance crew wants precision or synchronization, there's nothing else you can do except practice. You can't. There's no way around hard work. We would have to, there's, we take precision to, we try to take precision to a different level. For example, there's a difference between, this and this and this and this.
Right.
We would have to, for example, match our head movements and then match even our eyeballs. if we were to go from boom like that, we would have to, you know, match where we're actually looking at. So
wow.
we would have to, you know, from, you know, basically our eyes to our fingertips, you know, those little details. It's just hours and hours of practice, nothing else.
Amazing. So now let's talk about the 저스트절크 dance crew in more detail. How did the group actually form in the first place, and how many members were there in the beginning? But how did it all start for the 저스트절크 dance crew?
So back in 2010, that's when the team started. But when the team started, it was just the leader, Youngjae, and his partner, Jae-ho.
Oh, okay.
So basically, Youngjae was the founder of 저스트절크 crew, and Jae-ho is the co-founder.
Okay.
And they're buddies since middle school. So they've known each other for like over 10 years now. And Youngjae, you know, asked Jae-ho, do you want to make a team? And Jae-ho was just, he was this goofy kid in college, just enjoying life. And he just thought, you know, why not? And they started to do little shows, you know, and they started to, you know, gain their name value just bit by bit. And after that, they recruited another member. His name's S1. And then they recruited me.
Okay, so you were the fourth member to join the crew.
I was the fifth member,
Fifth
but
member.
the fourth member isn't in the team anymore.
I see. Okay.
So, right. So, and then when we formed the original 5-member format, that's when we started to join big competitions, and we started to, you know, really prepare hard for, you know, just guest shows, and yeah, that's when it all started.
I see. I'm also interested in the name of the dance crew,
Everyone
Just Jerk.
Everyone is.
Everyone's interested and curious.
And it's understandable.
So Just-jerk, it's I guess in a way it's a very powerful name, but it may have some people going, Just-jerk. So
Of course.
who actually came up with the name, and what's the meaning behind the name of the crew?
The leader of the crew, Youngjae, he came up with the name Just-jerk.
Okay.
And it's a long story, but there's this legendary popping dancer. His name's Boogaloo Sam. He basically invented popping, the style of popping. And Youngjae was watching Boogaloo Sam's interview on YouTube, and it was pure passion. I think he was just so eager to learn from the legend. So he was, you know, listening to his every word. And Boogaloo Sam, during the interview, he said, you know, this is jerking style, and this is, you know, just jerk. And you know, when he heard that word, he thought, that's a really, you know, cool word. I wonder what the meaning of the word is. And he looked it up on the dictionary, and it said, you know, fools, you know, idiots. Also, it had the meaning of fast movements. So he thought, you know, we're just 5 guys, stupid for dance. You know, this is all we know how to do. Plus, our style is really, you know, strong, fast movements. So he thought, you know, if we just have those 2 meanings combined, it would be a really cool name. So he decided to have the name Just-jerk as our crew name, and that's when it started.
Yeah, maybe it's something that has added attention to your group, maybe, even possibly.
Maybe,
I think, yeah.
right.
I mean, it's an interesting name. It's a very unique name.
Right.
Okay, now I have a better understanding. So Just-jerk just started receiving much international recognition, especially after taking first place at the Body Rock Dance Competition. This was in 2016. And I heard that it's actually deemed the Super Bowl of the dance communities.
For Body Rock 2016 goes to the crew representing out of South Korea.
Body Rock is one of the biggest dance competitions in the world, without a doubt. And you know, we knocked on that Body Rock door for several years, actually. But as Just Jerk, the first time when we joined was back in 2015, when it was just the 5 of us. We wore Korean traditional masks, and you know, Body Rock competition. A lot of the teams, they joined the competition with a lot of members. You know, it's called kind of like so they just come with big groups.
Oh,
For example, they have 20 members,
Wow.
15 to 20. Like if they have a lot, maybe 25 members, you know, and when they get up on the stage is full of people, and you know, they have so many ways to do formations, so many ways to, you know, be creative. But when you just have 5 members, it's a tough game, because you have to fill that big stage with just 5 members, and you know, there are limits to, you know, how we can incorporate patterns, you know, formations. So we had to think about, okay, how are we going to, you know, compete with these amazing dancers, you know? So that's when we came up with the idea of using our traditional color. So we actually went to 한국무용, a Korean contemporary dancer, and we learned like how to, you know, move the hand and how to relax the shoulder. So we incorporated that Korean traditional color to our team.
So since we did talk about the Body Rock dance competition, I'd like to move on to talking about America's Got Talent.
Sure.
I was amazed when I actually saw the clip of you guys appearing and performing on that show. I was like, wow. I loved your makeup, first of all.
Thank you.
So the judges, as well as the audience on America's Got Talent, that was season 12, I believe. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, they were just blown away, and they even gave standing ovations. So, I mean, you easily made it to the
quarterfinals.
Quarterfinals, but you didn't move on to the semifinals.
Right.
So, what was it like for you? How did it feel when you were eliminated?
You know, this is the kind of, you know, behind the scenes episode that only we can share.
Right.
But during the live show, there's this big screen in front of us, because that's how our performance was set up.
Okay.
So
this is when you're actually on stage performing. There's a
Right.
screen in front of you.
Right.
Okay.
You know, For the quarterfinals performance, it's live shows in Dolby Theater.
Yeah.
So right before they give us this count, we have this big electric screen doors right in front of us, and we're just waiting to jump out because that's how our performance was supposed to be. When the screen opened, we were supposed to jump out and then start dancing. And when we were waiting to jump out, there's a screen behind us, and behind us there's a video that's going out to the audience that they can see. They show other contestants. For example, I don't know. For example, Justin Bieber, and all the audience starts clapping. For example, Bob from Texas, and they all start screaming and cheering. And when they said "Just Jerk," it was just like, whoo!
Silence. Oh.
That was it.
Oh.
And I was just waiting to jump out, and I heard that. I was just like, wow, this is gonna be tough. That's when I realized, oh, this is something that we didn't think through. We didn't have this fan base in America to support us in terms of voting but like I said, it was our job to win them over. But I guess the judge cut and the audition round wasn't enough to win them over. But we definitely, absolutely, 200% tried our best.
Yes.
I can say that.
Yeah, I could see that. So I bet you have no regrets?
I don't. But when the show was over, when we got eliminated, there were mixed emotions, mixed feelings. A lot of people were saying that you guys should have went through, and we were just, thinking in our heads, we were like, then you guys should have voted, if you didn't want us to leave.
It's because of you we didn't make it.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm just joking. But we had mixed emotions. I mean, we worked so hard. I mean, we were always practicing. Even when we're done with the schedule, we see other contestants, partying. They were just playing around in the pool. They were drinking beer, and we were just practicing right beside the pool because we had no rehearsal space. Oh. So right beside us, there's a pool full of contestants and other people just enjoying life.
And there's you.
They're just having fun. They're just having the time of their lives. And right beside them, we were just, panting. Our shirts were all, wet because of our sweat from practicing. And, we would just look at the pool and we would just be like, if we pass the quarterfinals, we're getting in there. We're getting in that pool.
After you were eliminated, did you find the time to actually party and celebrate?
We did not.
No?
We did not.
Okay.
We were so bummed out, I guess, But, I didn't have regrets because, America's Got Talent was such a great opportunity for us. No matter what happened, it was just a once-in-a-lifetime kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I was really honored, and I think all of our members were. They were, in the end, they were happy. In the end, we said, we tried our best. We did our thing.
Yeah.
We tried our best in the circumstances that we were given.
Where do you see yourself in 10 years? Or what's the ultimate goal for Just Jerk?
For Just Jerk?
Yeah.
I think all the members would agree, but I think Just Jerk, in terms of future goals, we just want to be better dancers and be happy dancing. And, keep teaching students, keep competing. And we just want to, I think Youngjae, our team leader, he wants our team to be the most famous team in the world.
You are already famous.
No, we still have a long way to go, but I think that's where he wants to go. He wants to, take our name to the next level, and for now, we did come a long way, but I think we still have a long way to go, and I think that's our goal to keep dancing, keep improving, be happy, and when we dance, we want to inspire people. We want other people to be happy also, not just us. So we just want to spread love, happiness with our talent and with our dance.
Yeah, I think it's possible because you are passionate about dance. And you are very skilled. So
Thank you.
For as long as 20, 30 years, 40 years later, who knows, even 50, 60 years later, you may be doing these dance moves.
Right.
So I wish you the best.
Thank you.
And we hope to see Just Jerk for a very, very long time, and we hope that you continue to inspire all dancers around the globe. Thank you once again for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.